One of the things she did was posted a picture of him and was calling him Shrimpy. And you ladies know what I'm talking about. And then this man gonna talk about, I guess the shrimps are winning. But shout out to you for empowering yourself. Like, don't let nobody take your power away from you, Bossman DLow. Welcome back, family. Join me as we take a break from our hip-hop episodes to do a solo episode because we have so much to talk about. We're going to talk about Valentine's Day, Love is Blind, being unselfish, Charles and Miss Netta, who took a trip to Chicago, my hometown. So get your mop ready, besties, because we are spilling tea all over the place. Thank you for joining us on Point Blank Period. Hey guys, welcome back to Point Blank Period. And today we're just gonna chill it out, okay? It's just some you and me time. So kick back, relax. I made myself a mimosa. You make what you like. It's your house. Look, I don't run anything over there. But today we're just gonna have a good time, right? Because there's a lot been going on, and 2024 has just begun, okay? And 2024 is doing its big one, okay? We all was expecting a lot of things, and they're on their way. I guess when things usually when it's the forest fire, like after the forest fire, everything clears out because it's been on fire lately. And then after the fire leaves, everything grows back. So we're in our growing back phase. And I guess that's right on time, right? Because spring is coming in a little while. So we're ready for spring to come, okay, at this point. But with that being said, y'all, we have so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. I have so many things that I've been looking at online because for some reason I have to be up at 5 o'clock every morning, but I still want to be on TikTok all night long. I still want to watch those videos about nothing for like 2 hours before bed, before closing my eyes. Okay, I guess I'm gonna ease my way in there. We could talk about Charles and Miss Netta. Hey, Charles. Well, no, let me not do that. I'm sorry. Look, let me not disrespect my girl. Hey, Miss Netta, how are you? I hope you're having a good one because it's looking like Miss Netta is doing her big one in 2024. Everybody else, we all trying to catch up, but she is doing a good job. Like, her content is popping. She's happy. Y'all, that's all that matters. And she's bringing Charles along for the ride, okay? So we all know she went on her tour. She came to my hometown, Chicago. She went to S2 Bar and Grill. Shout out to them. They do have some really good food. She said she liked the lamb chops, and they are pretty good. But that's neither here nor there. She said she seemed to have a good time. But beyond that, y'all, Miss Netta got BBL. And Charles went and got him some surgery too. I just really want to see what they looking like right now. Because Miss Netta, I know a lot of people want to say, go ahead and lose weight before you have surgery. But Miss Netta did lose weight. Like, she was getting her life together. So shout out to you, Miss Netta, for doing that. But I think did she get a tummy tuck? I don't know. They only said BBL. So I don't know what they were doing with the BBL, but I know they had to mix and match. Like, let's not play. Like, we're not just going to go in there and get a big booty and leave everything else. And Charles even got plastic surgery. I guess we're now normalizing plastic surgery for the guys. Or maybe we're just seeing it now because maybe some guys already were getting plastic surgery. But I think he said he didn't want nothing in his booty. Don't nothing go close to his booty. Okay, fine. We respect your booty, sir. But with that being said, he did get his stomach sucked out and you're cheating. Like, I'm over here trying to diet and exercise, but you know what? Let me stop hating on them. I just cannot wait to see what it looks like. And while we're on the road to talking about plus size plastic surgery, because I'm not no hater, I did consider it, but then I was like, no. Anyway, Rolly got her second round. I don't know. Rolly, I just feel like, and I'm not no hater of Rolly. Shout out to her. I'm happy that she's doing what makes her happy. Because I think a lot of people waste their time worrying about what everybody else is doing, and you're wasting all your time and you're not even making yourself happy. You letting other people's ideas and opinions steer how you feeling. So with that being said, Rolly did her second round and she was looking pretty good in that faja. Like, the first time it was like, girl, you went through all of that just to come out looking the same for this. Like, I wish somebody, I don't know, and I think social media and like TV right now is super demonic in the sense that Zeus and them, I think that they really kind of like use people while they're weak or whatever, or they're like vultures or whatever, because anything could have happened. So I'm so happy that Rolly is okay. But that first round, she went through all of that and just looked the same. I wish somebody would have really cared about my girl and said, hey, I'm going to give you a year of, what do you call that? Working out. We working out. Physical training, like personal training. I wish somebody would have said that. And then somebody else would have came back behind them and said, oh, I'm going to give you a year of food preparation. Just so that she could have felt a little bit better. I don't know how it feels after you have, maybe she still feels better, but I think like she would have all around felt better, and she would have looked better after having surgery if she would have just like started just cleaning up her life first. But I don't know what she was doing, because a lot of people always want to play with fat people, and I know because I'm fat too. So don't try to, really, do not come for me, girl. We are friends. We are rolling this boat together, okay? We rolling it together. But people always want to come for fat people and assume that they're not trying to eat well, assume that they don't work out, assume that they're this person that just gorges out all the time. And that is not true. Some big people don't even eat like as much. Or I don't know. All I'm saying is some big people be healthy too, because I used to work out every day. But with that being said, moving right along, let's take a breath. They got me riled up because I need to get my life together. Is love really blind? Because we watching Love is Blind. And this is from last season, what I've been watching the clips of on TikTok. Because I really do have a short attention span. And I try to watch Love is Blind, those other shows, but I'm like, by the time my day is done, Love is Blind is watching me. So shout out to the people on TikTok that post those clips so I can see them and I can understand like exactly what was happening instead of wasting an hour of my life. Give me 60 seconds of the good stuff, and I appreciate that. So one of the girls, what did she say? Who did she say she looked like? Jessica Fox? Who is Jessica Fox? Hold on. Who did she say she looked like? Well, she said she looked like Megan Fox. Is that a person? Okay. Sorry. You know I love you, girl. I just have bad memory. So she said she looked like Megan Fox. And he was in a love triangle, whatever. He ended up picking her. And then when he seen her, he was not excited to see her because his expectations exceeded what he was experiencing in that moment. I don't know how to feel about that, because I think Love is Blind is about love being blind. So maybe she really shouldn't have said what she thought she looked like, because I'm not going to say the girl didn't look like Megan Fox. A lot of people trying to drag her and say she didn't look like her. Okay, I have a big forehead too, sis. I can understand. So you could look like somebody from here down, but adding this on there, it changes the look. So I think for her, the look was changed, and he was pissed about that. He was just like, who the fuck is that? Like, who is this? Who did you bring up here? Because I thought I was coming to meet my queen, and I got this girl. He thought he was being pranked. And I was just like, that was so, I guess it was genuine, but it was like in a moment, like as being a woman, I was like, that's rude. He was looking at her crazy. Yeah, so I feel like he thought he got tricked. I don't know. And he looked a mess. Okay, I missed that part. I'm sorry, girl. And we sisters, and I'm over here talking about you, and I didn't even get to him. He looked a mess. Like, he looked like a weirdo. And I just feel like people who look a mess, or when you have your own insecurities, you're overly judgmental. We normally like naturally judge people based on what we're insecure about. So if I'm insecure about my nose, when I walk in a room or meeting people, I'm looking at their nose. If I'm secure about my chin, when I walk in the room, I'm looking like, oh, I like that chin. That chin looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, for him, he was insecure about his face. Okay, I shouldn't say that. No, what do I mean? He might have just been insecure about his looks. That's what I meant, not face. Whatever it was about his looks he didn't like, because he looked a mess too. And he expected to like get a beautiful woman to try to level him up. Like, because as women, we level everything up, no matter what you look like, because we naturally going to multiply. But he thought he was getting a level up in the looks department, and when he seen it, he didn't qualify her as a level up. Since this was last season, this is not a spoiler. They did not get married. And girl, I'm so proud of you. Because a lot of people would have still tried to make it work and tried to prove to this man that you look good. But baby, you knew you looked good. And he tried it. So he had to go. So I guess love isn't blind. I think for most men, it's hard for it to be blind because they're really supposed to be protectors and providers. And when you want to protect something and provide for it, you got to like it. And generally, for a lot of men, it's in what it looks like. So fine, you don't have to protect and provide for her. But maybe you should have went on a different show. I wouldn't even say Married at First Sight because that would have been a bad one too. That would have been so sad. I hate when people do that on Married at First Sight. Love Island, maybe. I don't know. I don't watch it that much. But you like some place where you can go mingle and see who really likes the other person. But that's that on that. Shout out to you, girl. Dude, get your life together because you ain't A1 yourself. And at the end of the day, though, we do have to respect his wants or whatever because we all want what we want and go find it. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I should. Okay. I'm going to go with Tyrese first. Then after we talk about Tyrese, we're going to talk about just a little tad. I'm not even going to stand on it for a long time. We're going to talk about that thing that happened with Dr. Umar, but I'm not going to stay there for long, but I feel like we got to talk about it. So, Black History Month just passed. It's really just winding down now. So shout out to my brothers and sisters. Happy Black History Month or happy belated Black History Month. Every month is Black History Month, just in case you didn't know. But Tyrese said in the beginning of Black History Month that he wanted to be Latino. Nigga, what? You don't even have no hair. What are you talking about? Like, what do you want? What is it? And and I don't want to say I could understand it if you were light skinned, but boy, you chocolate. Like, come on now. You want to go, but I guess it's chocolate Latinos too. So let me not stereotype in that way. I don't know, but he wants to be Latino. Why during Black History Month? Why couldn't you wait? But I think all that shows that Tyrese is going through a mental breakdown. So if you are Tyrese's friend, I hope you've been reaching out to him. I hope you've been going to see your friend because it's something wrong. I don't know what it is, but it's something wrong. Okay. I watched a video on, of course, let me stop saying that people's name because they're not doing nothing for me. I was watching a video online. How about that? On my phone that I paid a bill on. And y'all, Dr. Umar is out here acting a mess. I don't know because sometimes it can be situations when people roll up on you like that and lie, right? So let's say, like, if it was Chris Brown on stage, we might have a different thought about the person running up to the stage saying, what was she saying to him? You was with me last night and threw her part. What was she saying to this man? Do you remember that video? Don't you think like if it was somebody else, people wouldn't think that it was true so quickly? But because it's him, it's like, now you was in her phone calling her thickums, sir. Face up, okay? But he said he would go live with her. I'm just like, okay, I would love to see that live too, and I hope that she's mentally stable. I think the live will show you if she was telling the truth or if she was not telling the truth.
It's something about them Johnsons, though.
Yeah.
He was Johnson.
But you also got to be careful too because he's super smart, and super smart people are manipulative. So depending on who they're talking to, they could spin it real quick and make everybody believe like this person is nuts. So I don't know. I do want to see the live. I do want her to go live. But if she doesn't intellectually match him, I know it's dangerous. It's going to be dangerous for her. Because he's been planning that shit ever since it happened. He's been planning his get back ever since the video was sent out and posted. So, or maybe ever since it even happened, because that's crazy. But yeah, she came up there. I guess she was basically saying that she knew him, or what was she? I don't remember. But basically, it was basically that she knew him and they was together, threw her purse at him. He's like, somebody get this woman. I'm like, oh, Lord. And then this man said he's not even religious, but I guess he does respect all the religions. He started quoting the Bible. I'm like, boy, get out of here. Are you telling the truth? Are you lying? Because now you quoting the Bible. You don't even believe in the Bible. Talking about no weapons formed against me shall prosper. You not up here trying to preach and spin this. So that made me think maybe she was telling the truth. Because the weapons was his bad judgment. And I think once people start getting like big, they start getting big headed and thinking that people are not going to expose them. You better know who to play with, because some people don't care. Maybe if it was a woman with something to lose, she wouldn't have wanted to expose him because she wouldn't have wanted that taint on her name because she like trying to do her own thing. But because she had nothing to lose, she like telling the world. Just like Blueface's boo on the side. She ain't got nothing to lose. She trying to turn up. She trying to get some money. So, of course, he gets locked up. Crisean is doing whatever she's doing. She's going to try to keep him hot and say something. But, girl, no. I mean, no. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Go ahead and get your drink. And we'll be back in a second to talk more about what we talking about next. Oh, we talked about Dr. Umar. We talked about Love. Y'all. Okay, we're going to get to this. Bossman DLow. Y'all know that song? Oh, my God. I love him. We all eating hibachi right now, okay? We on the 50th floor eating hibachi. And Tia Kemp, y'all, they into it. I love her, but I never want to be into it with her. She is unhinged. She will say whatever the fuck. And you can say whatever you want to say. She's so unhinged that she don't care. Wild. But shout out to you, Tia. I want to be like you when I grow up. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Hopefully you're fully refreshed. Welcome back to Point Blank Period. If you haven't done so already, like, share, and subscribe. And tell a friend to come on over to the Point Blank Period side of YouTube. With that being said, shout out to Royalty Productions. And let's get into this, okay? We were just talking about Bossman DLow and Tia Kemp. I absolutely love Tia. She is literally my spirit woman because I want to be like her when I grow up. She do not care, and she is having a good time, okay? One thing about Tia Kemp, she going to enjoy herself and not really care. She going to smile and keep going, okay? But right now, she's into it with Bossman DLow, which is absolutely crazy. And I think it's crazy because Get In With Me, that's the name of the song. She kind of blew it up on TikTok due to her viral video of eating hibachi. It was top tier. Shout out to you, Tia Kemp. And after that, all the girls was doing the video, okay? Was eating hibachi, was doing all of that. She did her thing. But now they into it. I guess he was talking bad about her on Clubhouse, and I totally forgot about Clubhouse. I didn't know people still be on Clubhouse, and that's okay because it seems like a lot of celebrities still are on Clubhouse. So maybe I hopped off a little bit too early. But yeah, he's on Clubhouse talking about her. I guess because she didn't want to be in his video. And I think like when things happen in any industry that you're in, especially the entertainment industry, sometimes you just gotta knock it off and keep it going because you never know what's going to happen and what it could lead to. Sometimes we get a little too big, too quick, and we thinking that we could just talk about people and blow them up. It's like, it's not even worth it. Like, what she did for your video on TikTok was a good thing. Not saying that she single-handedly turned your song up, because I did see in the comments that you had 4 million views. I don't know if that was on YouTube or Reels or what, but you already had your 4 million views before she said anything. But let's not pretend that 4 million did not go up after she made that video. So it's not to like slight DLow because the song is good, period, or it was already popping, but to also give her props and her thanks. It's okay to say thank you to somebody else for doing something for you. Okay, so we don't have to say that she made the song, she helped you write it, but what she did for the video is open it up to like a broader crowd. Because as a woman, my producer just said that, sorry y'all, let me read. Okay, so She said that she saw his song on some people's reels already before Tia Kemp made the video on TikTok. So for some of us, we just didn't see it. And actually, her doing that video allowed us to see it. Because why was she even viral before then? Why she go viral at first? Oh yeah, she was going in on Rick Ross's girlfriend, talking about she left her out and she got kicked out the house. She living in her car and all this and all that. And I think that's the one. Oh, let's look up who her family is, because they said that her family was connected. So she might have been the one that was connected to that religion in Chicago, the brothers and sisters. What was her name? Okay, so this is Farrakhan's granddaughter. That tells me that all this Hollywood stuff is low-key kind of fake, I guess, because who would you expect to be popular? The kids are the people who already are popping and popular. So what would you expect? You would expect her to be dating somebody with some type of influence, but definitely not Rick Ross though. So it's like, have you strayed away? Let me not go there. Shout out to you. I know they love you anyway. But yeah, so she's into it okay, she blew up off the hibachi, okay? Beyond the hibachi. I guess he was on Clubhouse talking about she didn't want to be in the video also. So I guess his whole talkings on Clubhouse was, which Tia does not have, because she needs some help getting on Clubhouse via her video I just watched, led Tia to dragging him. And it was really bad. Like, Tia do not play. When you get on her bad side, it's all bad. Just like throw your phone away, like find another way to contact people, because she's gonna drag you and it's gonna be horrible. So after she got mad at him, she decided to expose him. One of the things she did was posted a picture of him and was calling him Shrimpy. And you ladies know what I'm talking about. And then this man gonna talk about, I guess the shrimps are winning. But shout out to you for empowering yourself. Like, don't let nobody take your power away from you, Bossman DLow. We don't know what's going on. The pictures are deceiving. You never know. I can look, if I take a picture like this, it's different, but it's giving something else. You know what I mean? So who knows what angle the picture was taken from? But from that angle, Miss Tia said it was a little shrimpy, but you took your power back. And then he was, I guess, mad because people kept tagging her under his video, saying that she blew him up. And I think it's really only bad blood because she didn't want to be in the video thing. So because she didn't want to be in the video, she was, I guess, saying he didn't have the budget for it. I don't know. He was pissed about that. But I do think, like, I don't know, maybe this is just me being green too, or just too nice. I would have been like, go ahead and put in your video. Because if you got money like that, why not bless another person that's really trying to make it? Why be like, nah, fuck them. Nah, you can't use my stuff in your... Why not? You should be honored and he should be honored too. And I'm sure, well, the way it should work is once he moves up and gets his life together, he should honor you. Like, you know, you got a gift coming because you did something nice for him. So I don't know. I think she should have let her video be in the video, but she said no, whatever. Oh yeah, and he said on Clubhouse, this is what they said that he said, because I have not been on Clubhouse in about a year. They said that he said that she was DMing him, trying to be with him, like trying to get in the covers with him. And y'all men need to stop with that sassiness. If a girl's trying to be in the covers with you, that's y'all business. Let's stop exposing these girls for that. Like, what? Just like that other guy, what is his name? I don't know his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He said that Shaq's ex-wife, Shawnee, paid him $50,000 to mess with him. Okay, and like, if you was blessed with $50,000, how dare you go online or go on anybody's show and have a conversation about that? That's like hush money, like, shut up. But you sitting up there like a bad, you know what, and spilling all the beans, like, yeah, she paid me $50,000 and blah. What? That's crazy. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just wondering why people just can't work together. And that's to Bossman DLow and Tia Kemp. I hope y'all work it out because it's getting bad. And I don't think it even have to be bad. Y'all both doing something different. They should make a video together. Just make a TikTok together. Post it. That'd be easy and fun. But neither here nor there. Moving right along. Shout out to G Herbo for remixing that song. His remix, he went crazy. And shout out to him for, I guess, doing well in his trial. I think he got 3 years probation. Shout out to him. He snapped. But with that being said, I don't know when it was filmed, but he was recently on, I don't know if it was his dad's podcast or whose father's podcast. I think it's his dad's podcast. That G Herbo was on, and they were talking about his brother, Lil Greg's passing, and it was just so touching. It was so sad because G Herbo was really like showing his feelings on how like senseless violence can really affect people's families, because his image as a, I don't want to say gangster rapper, but what is it called? A drill rapper, excuse me. She'll know it by now. But his image as a drill rapper is, y'all know what drilling is. Like, okay, we don't care when somebody dies, but then when it hits home, now you see like the true emotion behind it, like how your actions or even maybe your songs could have made somebody else's family feel. Because like looking at him on that podcast was so like, oh my God, and you just want to give him a hug because you could tell he was really truly hurt by his brother's passing. Like what did he say? He said it doesn't even feel right, like having good things happen to him when his brother's not here. Like, what? That was just so heartfelt. And his mother came on there, and that really just showed the effects of gun violence and killing people at a young age. Now, with that being said, shout out to FYBJ Man for pushing peace, because I think a lot of times when people get famous, they decide to stay in this cycle of whatever got them famous, but you've elevated. It's okay to change. So I think like seeing his change will encourage a lot of other people, from rappers to influencers or whatever. So once you're really on and you have a bag, to like try to protect it. Because what we're seeing a lot now with all these rappers being on trial and going to jail is that you kind of got to step away. Like, it's very important to step away. It's very important to find something else to talk about. If you're a rapper, you're supposed to be talking about your life experiences. So your life experiences is different now. Enjoy it. But yeah, so shout out to FYBJ Man for pushing the piece. We're going to keep it moving. And I don't want to drag y'all back to HE double hockey sticks, but they almost about to cancel this man, Bossman DLow. I'm looking at my notes because they say he was talking to an underage girl who was 17. And he was like, if your girl come close to me, I'm going to put her where she's supposed to be. But she's got to eat that like groceries. And you're talking to a 17-year-old about eating groceries, and I'm not talking about fresh apples and oranges? That's horrible. But maybe he didn't know that she was 17. I'm going to hope. And I don't know. It's hard because he's only 25, even though he looks 30-something. So going back to when I was 17, it was a lot of older dudes trying to talk to me. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, he just likes me or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe it's me thinking from her perspective, but from his perspective, he should be mature enough to try to find somebody that's at least 20, because come on now. Yeah, let's moving right along, y'all, because that was a lot. Let's talk about my favorite girl. I think my favorite Pisces, even though she's a March Pisces, and those March Pisces are, they are a mess. Like, that's why she be crying and fighting, because she's a March Pisces. She's nuts. No, let me not do that. That face tattoo, y'all, was it fake or am I slow? Or was it fake? Because I've been seeing Crisean without the face tattoo, and I'm trying to figure out if it's an old video that I'm watching or if it's new. So was that face tattoo real? I don't know. But if she did, in fact, get her face tattooed with this man's face, Why are you doing that? That's crazy, man. Like, I don't want to say that you're crazy, but I want to say that you need to go get some help. That's all. Please. And the people that's around you is not trying to help. They're really just trying to get some money. They're trying to encourage you to do crazy things so that they can keep the money coming. But how long is the money going to come if you're driving yourself right into a wall? Like, for a man that actions have shown that he doesn't love you, or he's just not ready to love you in a way that you want love. You want somebody to love, like, be your man. You want somebody to be faithful to you. You want somebody to love you and to try to make a family and a home with you, right? Even based off like the stuff that Crisean talks about online, and she's watching all these religious shows, you can kind of tell or shape in your mind the type of lifestyle that she wants for herself. And it's crazy. The crazy part is what she's literally chasing right now is the exact opposite from what she wants. So like, what are you afraid of? I don't know. But I think she needs to have that conversation and maybe even just be ready, because I'm trying to figure out if I was that, or if I would have been that unhinged at 20 something, dating somebody who was super famous, if I would have been that unhinged. Because I don't know how he's gaslighting her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really turning her up and being somebody who didn't have a lot. Like, it's like you're Prince Charming. Like, you ain't got it. You trying to get your life together. You got your mom has a lot of children. You got a lot of brothers and sisters. You trying to provide for them. And this guy is giving you a way to provide. And he's taking great care of you so you can take good care of them. And now, what are you doing that's threatening? I guess it's act up. Act up, niggas get snatched up, I guess. She does it all the time. Yeah, I'm definitely... Was that real?
I don't know.
Getting their face tatted of their boyfriend. Which is like, what? And I guess like now it doesn't matter what's popular rules. No, it's like lawlessness. Like, don't nobody got no sense. If somebody go viral doing the dumbest thing you ever seen, you're gonna try it. I'm gonna try that tomorrow. Why? You might die, ma'am. It's a really bad idea. And I was watching this video about, it definitely made me feel some type of way too though, but it was about tattoos being blood rituals, right? So like why you have to watch what you do or what kind of tattoos you get, because you don't know what you're signing on to. So like, not only do you have a soul tied to him already just by the fact that y'all got a kid, so we know what y'all doing. She has so many tattoos. I think she already had 4 tattoos of Crisean. No, not Crisean. Of Blueface. But did she get her neck covered or no? Right. Now he's controlling what you say because you literally did and now when I think about it, oh wow, that definitely is a blood sacrifice. Because even if remember back in the day when people do that, we're best friends forever. You prick your blood and you put it that's literally that. You're putting the ink on there and you're making their face or whatever. Absolutely horrible. You are a beautiful girl. You deserve to stay beautiful. You know, this man doesn't deserve to have all of your beauty. So now you're literally giving him everything and maybe it will be some other men who don't mind that you have another man's face tattooed on your face while they're with you. But a lot of men will mind. So now once you do break up, or if you do break up and not be with this man forever, you're setting yourself up for a tough time when it comes to dating other people because you're branded with another person. Like, how is that going to make them feel? But I guess she's not thinking about that because I guess in her brain, because she is immature and she's young, she's thinking that these tattoos are another link so that it's going to make him want to stay with her. Like, oh, this person loved me so much that they put my face on their face. So now I absolutely have to stay with her. But we know that the person you're dealing with does not think of you in that light, and they don't care how much you hurt, even though you've shown them time and time again that you stand in 10 toes. Okay, if you could possibly have any extra toes on your foot, it would be more toes. You have 12 toes. You be standing on them because you love him just that much. But girl, I'm sending one up for you because I really, really, really hope that that was fake, and I really hope that you are released from this bondage that you're in because you don't see it because you're in love, but it's true bondage. With that being said, let's keep it moving right on along. Y'all, let's talk about Jacquees, king of R&B. He could sing to me any day, even though he's like 4'7". I'm just joking. He is a little man, little king, with the vocals. He's been singing literally forever, and now he's mad at Trey Songz, and I just thought they were friends. So this man is mad at Trey Songz for beating him up, but be mad in your own, like, by yourself. Don't tell me, because I'm not going to fight Trey Songz for you. This man wanted everybody to come and fight Trey for him. He brought Chris Brown up. He know Chris Brown got hands, so he wanted Chris Brown to go stand up for him. No. Nobody cares. Chris Brown did not care. You should have just stood down. You already was there, so you should have stayed, like, leave him alone. But I guess it was all over a girl at the club, and you have a girlfriend, sir. What the heck is wrong with you? He has 2 girlfriends?
So the girl he dated, he's still trying to get in with
Dreezy? Yeah, Dreezy said that she was like, well, not she, but he was texting her. And then his girlfriend was, I guess she was ignoring the whole thing, but.
So what happened was, the girlfriend found some drawers with Dreezy face on them. They was old. He wouldn't get rid of them. So she tried to come at Dreezy like, you still sending drawers to the house? Dreezy like, hold up. He's been texting me. Those drawers are old. That's old news. He won't get rid of them. And he's texting me every day like, I don't care about her. I want to be with you. Will you say yes to being with me? Then posted the receipts.
Yeah.
And he's using names. He's saying his name. He's saying her name. So it's not like could be anybody. She just saying it. It's him.
And the thing about that is, what is wrong with you? Like, what really runs through these men's minds who want to be in polygamous relationships with women who don't want that? And the thing is, some women will sign up for that, but Dreezy doesn't want that, but you still want to have some type of control over her life. So you're telling her that you still want to be with her. You have a whole girlfriend. A whole girl. And there's nothing wrong with your girlfriend. I'm sure your girlfriend is a wonderful person too. It's Deion Sanders' daughter. She doing her own thing. Right, her own bag, her own life, her own celebrity about herself. But now you're ruining, excuse me, I don't want to say her life, but you're making her life difficult and embarrassing her for what? Like, she at the point in her life where she could be with like a low-key millionaire who won't be embarrassing her on social media like you're a freaking clown right now. On top of that, you get beat up. Then you want to make a video about it. You wasn't thinking at all. First of all, that's your business. You making a video after you got beat up trying to fight for a woman that's not your woman and you have a girlfriend. And on top of your girlfriend, you still trying to drag my good sis down to HE double hockey sticks with you. Shout out to Dreezy. Thank you for not falling for that. Because, baby, he do not deserve you. Yeah. So now you're on live calling Trey Songz a rapist. Was he a rapist when you were hanging out with him? I just feel like people be tripping. It's like, okay, don't go as low as you can go now that you're mad. But when 5 minutes ago we was cool, but now that we had a fight, you pulling out my dreads, now you want to bring up rape. Like, he went to the furthest extent. Like, that's absolutely crazy. Or grape. I don't know. Maybe I'll bleep that because I don't know. But, and then he talking about he had to throw in there, that's why Chris Brown is the GOAT. I'm so glad Chris Brown just let it be. Or actually, I'm so glad Trey Songz didn't say anything. Because that would have really, he wanted Trey Songz to say, I've been doing this. You want to talk? You know what I'm saying? Really just try to turn up and say he's better than Chris Brown. But he didn't even take that bait. and just let it fly, which I'm happy about. I don't even know if Trey Songz even did he respond? Good. He needs to shut up because these grape allegations are out of control, and there's been too many of them. And now your friend is exposing you because you don't do that. Like, have some boundaries about yourself. You out here pulling hair. You out here really pulling this man hair like you trying to control him. That's crazy. You bogus. You fighting like a girl. But I guess you do what you need to do to win. So it's no rules in fighting. Jacquees fumbled his bag by fumbling Deion Sanders' daughter because who knows how long what he's doing will last. I guess it'll last. Like, he got his celebrity about his stuff. He worked hard, but I don't know. Men get these women who definitely can be great for them, and they fumble them for literally no reason but the fact that they want to waste somebody's time. And as women, we don't realize that our time is being wasted quick enough. Like, girl, get away from him. Go find you somebody that's low key, that will fly you out, do some fun stuff with you. Just have a good time for you. Let's not say fly you out. You don't have to fly you out. But that's willing to be what you want. Respectful, loving, all those great things. You know the list. I got it on my phone. I don't want to pull it up right now because then it'd be a whole problem. But yeah, that was horrible. So I'm not shouting either one of y'all out. I just almost thought about doing that, and I was just like, no, I'm not shouting out Trey Songz, and I'm not shouting out Jacquees. Okay, I hope you got those locks reattached. If not, whatever. I really don't care because I'm standing with my girls. And with that being said, I love Dreezy. And every time I think about Dreezy, I think about Tink because I love Tink too. Is she still going with Young Berg? A lot of what I'm seeing with who my girls are dating right now is heartbreaking. What is happening? Like, what is happening? What is the problem? Like, these are beautiful, successful women who are dating men who are just like, I don't even have a word to express what kind of man it is except for cringe. And that's not even a word that I would normally use, but it's so many bad things that all I really can say is cringe. Like, you really what? Young Berg is like, he is pretty good being a hit maker. Let me stop calling him Young Berg. Don't he want to be called hit maker now? He tried to rebrand himself like, boy, we still know your song. We still rocking the sexy, can I? And no, you can't. Like, hell no. And you better thank God that Tink is allowing you because you don't even deserve it. I really hope they broke up. They did. Didn't she have an album come out? They do make good music, but girl, you can make it without him. You've been writing. She probably don't enjoy doing that stuff that he likes, but she does it because she loves him. And then he gaslit her into being back with him. And now she's grudgingly doing those things that he likes again. Girl, I really pray that it is worth it for you because I am not in your relationship and I do not get it at all. But I wish the best for you. And I just really want my good sisters to be with somebody that is good for them. And the issue is, people say the dating pool has pee in it, but I think it got a little poop in it too. It's got salmonella. It's got a lot of really bad things in there. And it's almost a miracle sometimes to find somebody normal. Like, some of us haven't even leveled up that much. It's just hard. We don't even see. We've leveled up. Not even that much. Like, we're not in the million and billionaires club, but even in that small level up, that small jump that we've made, it's really hard to find somebody that is not mentally ill. And it's something, and maybe just it's social media is making everybody narcissistic and like mentally ill in a way. But yeah, no. I just want somebody hook sync up with somebody good. Nice guy. Let's say no kids. Net worth at least $5 million. Just because, you know what I mean? Like, if he's an entrepreneur, he's still running his bag up. So maybe he's still like trying to grow himself, but he's got enough to provide for her and to look out for her. Send her somebody good, please, because Young Bird is not it. With that being said, y'all know Valentine's Day just passed. A moment of silence for Valentine's Day. Yeah. And if you seen my last video, if he did not give you those long stem roses, you know, the ones you gotta put over your shoulder, baby, he is not winning. And he does not care about you, okay? You better kick him to the curb. Or maybe just show it to him, because I think a lot of men don't understand how to be romantic. Or really what you really want, because some women don't want the long stem roses. They want something else. I don't know what they want. They might want a bag. They might want whatever, something else. And you just got to know, being romantic is something a sensitive topic because it's subjective. Romantic to me is not the same romantic as romantic to you, which is not the same as her. Everybody wants something different. So being romantic is like listening and then producing. Like, listen to what I like and what I want and then try to do it, which some women do really well because, you know, we are nurturing. But something that our men really have to learn, because a lot of them been too nurtured. Like, raise the girls hard, baby the boys, way too nurtured to where they weren't even expected to do nice things. So I guess we got to teach them in 2024. I don't know. But before we get out of here, we're going to talk about Vito's wedding, which is so beautiful. Like, we love, and they got married on Valentine's Day. I'm like, why does she have a red dress? But she had multiple outfits. She had her white dress. She had her red dress. It was absolutely beautiful. And they got married on a yacht that was huge. All the clips were amazing. He sang to her. He had Eric Bellinger come out. Like, he did that. And I feel like what I love most about seeing his marriage was, for one, his wife was thick, because a lot of times, a lot of black men want to devalue black women if you're a little thick. And I love the fact that Vito loved his wife out loud that day. Like, he not only like, his wedding was an experience, and he was not hiding it, because it was caught on tape. Like, he had the video rolling, okay, and he was so proud of his wife. And on top of that, she was a little chocolate queen, and it was absolutely amazing. And it just really seemed like she loved him and supported him, and he loved her and supported her. Because you know how sometimes the man be like, you could tell, like, it's his wedding and not her wedding. He like all in the video, like, can you let me get in the video? Like, can they see me? They can't even see me. It's about you. Don't forget about me. But that's what I loved. He did not like push her out of the thing. He put her in front, and he made sure everybody saw his wife and that he loved her. So yes, and he had Eric Bellinger come out in the all white and just slide on stage and sing to her nice. And I was like, period. I like to see it. We love to see it. But with that being said, we're gonna take a little break. We'll side out, and we'll be back in a second. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time. Hey guys, welcome back to Point Blank Period. If you stayed this far, go ahead and put a heart down in the comments, a green heart, because I absolutely love you to life. And if you did not have a Valentine, I'm sorry for being late, but would you be my Valentine? You're my Valentine then, okay? If you ain't have one, you did, actually. So if they ask, let them know it was me. But staying on the Valentine's trail, I guess, I was watching a video on TikTok, and they were talking about this lady on somebody's podcast, who I don't recall, but it was a nice clip. She said, knowing your worth as a full-figure woman is top tier. And I absolutely subscribe to that. I think knowing your worth as a woman, period, is top tier, because when you know your worth, if you're talking about anybody, Crisean, Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, whoever, them knowing their worth is absolutely top tier. Or even Lizzo, knowing your worth is top tier. Why? Because when you know your worth, it helps you to realize those things that you will accept and those things that you will never ever ever accept because you don't deserve it. And it's hard because I think just speaking for the full figure woman, knowing your worth, it absolutely is top tier, but it's hard to really, I don't want to say it's hard. I think people always want to challenge you when you're full figure and you love yourself because they can't understand why. Because it's so many insecurities they have about themselves that you loving yourself how you are triggers them. But keep on doing it because you deserve love. Like, people don't see, like, I was having a conversation that I thought was a conversation. Everybody else thought it was a debate, but I thought it was a conversation. And I don't know. And this is a little bit quick caveat. I've been realizing, like, you really, like, you can't change other people. You have to change you. So sometimes you think that you can be you everywhere. You can be you. You got to be a version of you that's appropriate for right there. Because whoever that is, like the full you or the you that you may want to be, may not be appropriate for that situation. And it's unnecessary, like, because I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. We're gonna get to that other part. We're gonna mix it up with Keith Lee for a second, right? So this is kind of old news, but it's still news, and we can talk about what we want to talk about because we best friends and we ain't talked in a minute. So Keith Lee, he he had a Dallas tour, food truck tour. I think he just had a food tour. And during that tour, Keith Lee went to a place called Sweetly Seasoned. Shout out. So let me not say. Let's just say this. He went to Sweetly Seasoned in Dallas, and I don't know if he enjoyed it or not, because I think people have been so obsessed with the tip that he gave and how it was distributed or not distributed that I don't even know if he liked the food. Somebody in the comments tell me, was the food any good? Like, was it good? And did that just make it worse? That she kept the money. But anyway, so he visited there. He did his review per usual. And he tipped them nicely, which is he always does. He always likes to bless people. And I love that about him. I hope I can meet him one day. I also hope I can meet Mr. Beast one day. Look, inbox me. Look, we can do a collab. Let me know. He was in Chicago and I missed him. I think he was here on Christmas. I'm like, dang, because I needed that. He was giving out cards. But anyway, he gave the girl, look, back to Keith Lee, he gave the lady $4,000. He told her to distribute it in a certain way. So I guess $2,000 went to her, $1,000 was for the braider, $1,000 for the barber. Sadly to say, the lady took the whole $4,000. So I guess we can think of it like this, right? So she has a food truck. That is her business. The other two businesses that came out to support her and to try to, entice Keith Lee to come through was a barber and a braider. And actually the braider was the one going live all day. And had people commenting, people saying, oh, he's on his way and all that. So like, she was really the reason. I don't want to say the reason because people were tagging him under the business, but she was a large influence on why he came, right? He might have seen the tags, but the live and all the people tagging him, it definitely probably had some influence. But with that being said, he gave her $4,000, told him to give him $1,000 each, and also to give out some free food. So $1,000 to the barber, $1,000 to the braider. I think it was $1,000 of free food, so he might have gave her $5,000. But correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm thinking about this wrong. But she didn't give them the money, and then this lady was sitting up there trying to justify why she didn't give them the money, and saying, "Well, if Keith Lee tell me right now to give him the money, I'll give him the money." No, you're not, because you would have been sent it. Why do it take all of that, Mel? God was going to bless her even more, but I think my heart goes out the most because this lady was just so ignorant that she saw no problem with keeping all the money. Was your bank account negative $3,999.99 or something? Or $3,999.99. Like, was it negative that amount? If it was like that, you should have told them to send the money to somebody else. Okay? Because you knew you didn't have it. Like, because the girl swiped his card. But I I don't get it, because I think what she missed was the fact that the blessing was way bigger than $2,000. You were about Do you see all of the people that Keith Lee goes to, turns them up, talks about them, and they go from a food truck to about to purchase a storefront? Like, God can level you up like that, but you so thirsty to try to use that $4,000, which is not gonna do like too much for you right now, especially if it's gonna block your blessing. Like, you should have known that if you found out that he was gonna be upset. And then when everybody calling you out at that point, you should have been like, oh man, my bad. I didn't even think of it that way. Let me send the money now. But she definitely didn't do that. She got on live talking about, tell Keith Lee to tell me to do it. Her son got on live talking about, I'm still looking for my notes, but I'm gonna still talk to y'all at the same time. Talking about the barber only cut one free head, and then after that he said he couldn't do it. What? Like, he couldn't do what? And y'all really acting crazy right now. Are you serious? Like, why would he say that? If you would have gave him $1,000, I'm sure he would have cut something. But he just was thinking like, bro, I'm not just gonna be standing here cutting heads for free. And y'all like, well, okay. Y'all try to trick this man or something? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, and then on the mom's live, she called the girl a scammer. What? I think this is another situation like the Tia situation where people are going too far. Like, the girl's name is Sherelle Hodge. She's the braider. So, long story short, they said that she also didn't sell any free plates. The least you could have did was sell free. I wonder how much the food was, because let's say the food is $20 a person. So how many plates can she give out for $1,000? Let's do the math. She can give out 50 free plates, but she gave out 3. Jesus. Did she close for the day after the 3 or something? Because that is freaking crazy. And I think she should at least give free food the next day. So then after that, they said the day after that, her business was closed online. But my sister said, and I also found on my phone that this lady, of course, is going to be closed because she knows the publicity is bad. She opened it up under a different name. That was so smart. I'm not going to lie about it. Like, she was definitely smart for that one, because she should have opened it up under a free name. I mean, under a different name. It's called All-in-One Catering LLC. Well, just in case you wanted to try something from there, but that's all the reason why I'm saying it. But yeah, so she changed the name. We don't. So if you can you can tell us how the food tastes. We'll even think, I don't know, because it's like, I feel bad for the lady because I think it's something wrong with her. So, because even watching her crying, it's like, you have to be crazy. Like, how do you not get how much more it would have helped you to bless them and then to have this influx of customers? But after not doing it, and you know this girl go live, this girl don't mind going live. You don't think she gonna go live when you don't pay her for something that she set up for you? So, yeah. So, long story short, that lady needs some help. She opened her stuff back up. I wish her much success, but I also wish her maybe some sense, because you was not thinking, ma'am. You were not thinking. You were not thinking. So, let's move it right along, y'all. Go ahead and take a sip. I'm going to find my next card because I mixed it all up after trying to find the stuff about Keith Lee. And, yeah. I'm going to get you something sweetly seasoned, a snack or something. Okay, so next, I was watching this video, and I don't think I spoke about it yet. The girl was talking about, did I girl boss up too hard to the point in which it's affecting my dating life? And maybe I am just wanting to talk about everything on this one show, but this was so appealing to me because I'm like, what? She was talking about how her expectations might be too high, and the crowd that she is gearing for is so small that as a woman who is a Black woman who is successful, which none of that matters to a man, right? But in a way it does. Because I think, like, in a way you have to have a certain amount. And I guess I was just thinking, you have to have a certain amount to really be dating, but a lot of men date without the basics being covered on their end. So therefore, they are struggling, and then it's like they care if you got a job because, girl, what we gonna eat? Because sometimes you got to pay for dinner. Like, they not paying every time. We got to go back and forth with this, or I'm just paying for mine and you paying for yours, and I figure out what I'm eating, you figure out what you gonna have, because I'm not paying for it. But that type of guy should not be dating. And I just think sometimes a lot of men hop into dating too quick because they want what they want. But even if you want what you want or not, sometimes you don't need it right now because that skews your focus. You need to focus on getting your life together. You need to focus on doing what you have to do. And I think because the way a lot of women, a type of women, I'm talking about Black women, were raised, we go hard, and a lot of other women go harder earlier on really looking for a husband before being successful. We think we have to be successful first. Why? Because what if that man leave you, and what if this happens? So we're getting married later because we're focused. You know what I'm saying? And then these men ain't focused, but they're also getting married earlier because they are not mature. Later. They're also getting married later too because they're not mature. And now that they're maturing, they're still not maturing in the right way because, like, at the end of the day, a lot of Black men make so much excuses for not being where they need to be instead of making changes. And a good amount of Black women make changes because we had to bend on us. Like, we had to pay our bills. If we had a child, we had to make sure it ate. We had to become a provider for our child, And I don't have no kids, but I'm just saying, speaking on others. I was watching something where a guy would say that whenever he went into a business meeting, he would put on a wedding ring, even though he wasn't married. And they were like, why would you do that? And he's like, because, when you're in a room, a lot of men respect you more because they know that it's something that you're there for, something you have to take care of. You have priorities. You have people that are depending on you, so they respect you more. And I'm like, wow, that is so smart for him to think of that. But at the same time, it's amazing to know how much more respect you get as a man when you have a family that you're taking care of, when you're being responsible. Yeah, from other men, when you're being responsible, because they know it's hard. It's not easy. So it's like, hey, if you're doing it, shout out to you. But yeah, that was crazy. But I was watching this little video from what's her name, Princella Queenmaker, and she was saying that men's value is dependent on how you make yourself and what you make of yourself. But women already come valuable. And a lot of people are going to disagree with that. But I would say she's saying that women comes already being valuable for their ability to produce, right? Because women can come into something and create. Like, women are true creators. So when you have that ability to create, you have an exponential ability to get whatever you want. And men are supposed to be protectors and providers, right? So they have to put themselves in a sense to where they can protect and provide so that they can feel good about themselves. I think sometimes people miss that part. But yeah. Shout out to Princella. But as we wind down, I know the holidays can be hard because we spoke about it a few times. And whenever you're struggling, even if it's not about the holidays, even if life is just getting hard, because one thing we're going to talk about next time is inflation and how crazy it is right now and how everything is out of control with the price. But even though the price is out of control, the amount they're paying people has been stagnant and only gone up by 30%. And the housing market is over 100 and something percent more than it was in years past. So it's like, if the housing market is 100 and something percent more, but you're only paying me 30% less, the amount that you can afford right now is way less than years past. You can't afford much because everything is so expensive. But we're going to talk about that next time. So if you're struggling with anything, including your expenses right now, just with life, maybe with your friends. Maybe your friend group is not showing up for you, or that's what you think. Um, I was watching something, and this guy's a podcast. He said when someone is struggling or in need, all they need is 8 minutes from a friend to hold space with them to make them feel better. Like, that's a crazy amount. Like 8 minutes? That's not even 10 minutes. And that person just to hold space with them, that means just sit with them, talk to them, listen to them, just for them to like feel better. And he was saying like now between him and his friends, their code is, do you have 8 minutes? And it means I need you. I was like, that is so beautiful. So I feel like um that's just wonderful. Not only to be able to have that, to say, hey, do you have 8 minutes? Meaning like being able to express to your friends that you might need to talk to them or that you need help. But it's also wonderful and an honor being a person when somebody asks you, like, do you have 8 minutes? For you to be able to have the ability to make somebody feel better just by talking to them for 8 minutes, that's powerful. So if you need some time, or you should share this with your friends, and you guys should definitely do this because I want to do this. Um, During any time, just make sure if you need something from your friends, text them. Do you have 8 minutes? If you need to hold space, or if you need to talk to me, go ahead and text me on Instagram. You already know who it is. 777 a.m. Number again. Ask me if I have 8 minutes, and I'm gonna do my best to give you that 8 minutes. But with that being said, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you're having a wonderful day, an amazing year, because y'all, 2024 is still our year. I don't care what I'm seeing. I don't care what's going on right now. We still gonna do something great in 2024. So before you leave, if you want to connect, make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. It's still, I think it's both the same, 777 a.m. Number again. Also, shout out to Royalty Productions. Find them on Instagram. You know where to find them, at Royalty Productions. And have a great day. Until next time, I love you to life. Peace out. Bye.